Well, spent another late night here at the range, and I figured I'd do a quick review on the Trophy Ridge React Pro 5-pin. This is my second one. I just bought a second bow because I'm going to be doing a handful of out-of-state trips this year, and with my luck, I'll probably need a bow because something will happen. So I figured I'd do a quick review on here because I've really liked my sight so far, and was doing a lot of research on figuring out what I wanted to get. So hopefully this will help some of you guys who were in the same dilemma that I was. Alright, so this is my React Pro 5-pin that I set up on my BR33 for this year. What's nice about this sight is you have multiple options for mounting it when you go to set it up. So depending on how close you like your housing set up to your riser, you can adjust for that. So if you like it further out, like I like to put it a good ways out, so I have it all the way maxed out. Or if you like to have it closer in, you can do that. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you get the sight set up correctly on your bow. So what you want to do is make sure that your second and third axis adjustments are correct, because what you don't want to do is just slap it on there and go out and try to set it up, because the React technology will not work perfectly if your second and third axis aren't set up, especially when you start shooting on slopes. You're going to say, why is the sight not working? When it's not really the sight, it's actually because you don't have the sight set up properly on your bow. So once you get that set up, the first thing you want to do is you're going to set your 20-yard pin. So what you're going to do is, you're going to get your 20-yard pin set in, and how you're going to do this is you're going to actually move the whole sight housing. So you're going to use a knob for your horizontal and your vertical adjustment on here. So you're going to move the whole sight housing and get your 20-yard pin set in. Once you get your 20-yard pin set in, the next thing you're going to do is back up to 30 yards. And what you want to do is just shoot 2 or 3 arrows at 30 yards and get it close. So what you're going to do is use the pin adjustment knob here at the top, which will make all your pins react. So you go out there, get it close to 30 yards, and then what I did and what I would recommend is you go back to the furthest distance you feel comfortable shooting. So if you're comfortable at shooting at 60 yards, go all the way back to 60 yards. That you got to, set it in at 20, close to 30, just get it in there so it's hitting some softball size at 30. Go back to 60, and then it's going to be hitting, it'll be hitting fairly close. It's going to hit in the bullseye if you get it that close. Not right in the bullseye, but on the target. And then get your 6-yard pin fine-tuned and adjusted right in. And once you get that set in, you are completely done. Your 50, 40, and 30 will be right on the money. It's actually really surprising because I wasn't completely sure on how accurate this was going to work, but I have 0 complaints so far. I mean, my 6-yard pin, 50, 40, 30, 20 are right on the money, so it works, and it saves you a lot of time. So instead of spending that half day, in the backyard adjusting each individual pin on your sight, getting it set up, you just basically can do 2 pins. So if you can do your 20, if you had a big enough target, you could go back to 60 yards and start shooting and get that fine-tuned in, and then you're completely set. This sight can be picked up pretty much anywhere. All your major retailers carry it, so I've seen it in Cabela's, Bass Pro, Dick's, Shields carries it, Lancaster Archery carries it. I mean, it's on Amazon, eBay. So what I would recommend is at least going into the store, putting your hands on it, making sure you like it, and then looking to see who has a sale on it so you can get your best price.